Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We appreciate you tuning in this morning. So if you're a big fan of Cimarrons, like I am and the rest of us are here, and maybe a new one just doesn't seem right, maybe it doesn't fit the budget, and you're looking for something slightly used, we've got a really nice living quarters sitting behind me. It is a 3-horse. It is a 2018 Cimarron 3-horse living quarters. Every once in a while we'll get some trade-ins. People want to upgrade. Maybe they even want to downgrade. Maybe they want to go from this living quarters down to a little bumper pole, a little gooseneck. They don't need the living quarters amenities like they used to. We can do that here. We can help you out with those type of trade-ins. We also buy trailers. We understand that things change and you need to go a different direction, and we can make that process very simple, very easy to do. That's what happened with this trailer. Things just changed, life changed, so you needed to get rid of the trailer. We really go after used Cimarrons just to give to our clientele and offer them. So this trailer is a used 2018. Let's take a look at the drawing because I'll show you a couple things and point out a couple measurements for you. So this is a 12'8". On the drawing it'll say 12'9", but it's a 12'8" living quarters. The reason why it says 12'9" is we understand that eventually when it gets to the living quarters portion of it, we're going to lose just a little bit. So it's a true 12'8". Short wall on this one. It is a Trail Boss living quarters. It's 27 foot on the floor, so very easy to maneuver and get in and out of most places. 8 foot wide, 7'7" tall. So that's really good layout, and again, not overly big, so you can get in and out of places you'd like to. And also, yeah, I'll give you a little bit of background. And as we walk through this trailer, this is basically how the trailer showed up to us. I mean, we took it up to the acid wash and basically just cleaned it up from that standpoint. But this trailer's only been through our household shop so far to have its checklist gone through. We put these trailers through 2 shops if it's a living quarters. So we have a household shop that'll have the living quarters gone through, and then a chassis shop that the chassis side will go through. We realign every trailer when they come in. They're no different in passenger vehicles. They can get knocked out of alignment, which is going to cause bad tire wear, potential blowouts, and you on the side of the road, and we don't want that. So we realign them. We keep a snapshot of how we put it on the machine and how it was when we're done with it, and we keep that on file as well. And then we go through and we'll make some repairs. I'm gonna point out a couple little things that we will catch and take care of when it does get to that point. Again, it's gone through the living quarters side just to have that looked at, and then again it'll go through the chassis side. But those are some things that we like to do when we're bringing these trailers in, because we want you to be able to go and enjoy the trailer when you make this purchase. You know, we don't want to just do safety checks and wash it and that's it. That's what a lot of dealerships do. We really want to get through these trailers thoroughly so you can go ahead and go enjoy it. It's no different than going buying a new, I should say a used pickup truck off a lot. You know, you could sit there and what would you rather hear from a salesperson? Well, we think that the previous owner changed the oil 3,000-4,000 miles ago. Or would you rather them say, when we got it in, we changed the oil? That's what we do with like appliances as far as on this trailer here, servicing air conditioners, refrigerators, hot water heaters, those type of items. So that stuff is already done. Now let's walk you through this trailer, because again, on most Cimarrons, you hardly ever find just a standard Cimarron as far as their options. There's usually add-ons. Now, we did not sell this trailer originally. We are an outlaw dealer, but this one here is a Trail Boss on it. Trail Boss is a very good quality living quarters out there. But again, I'll just point out a couple things that were add-ons, because that's usually how these trailers are ordered and optioned up. Underneath the gooseneck here, you're just going to see a single leg electric over hydraulic jack. Cimarron does like to use those setups just because it is so handy. They're so responsive, but also it does have a manual override on it too. So in emergency situations, you can get this on or off the truck. You have 2 20-pound bottles to the right. You've got a battery box up above that. Just to the left of the jack leg, you'll see a hydrant right there. So you do have a spigot here on the outside. If you're wanting to fill up a bucket, fill up a dog water, rinse off your hands, you've got the capability to do that. That will actually tap into your fresh water holding tank. So it will use that water from that. If you're running on city water, your city water will bypass your fresh water tank, so you're not actually utilizing that water. But those are some things as you make the purchase. If you've had a living quarters, it's a lot of just the same functions. It's just where a lot of things located. If you're new to a living quarters, we can get you a full walkthrough on these trailers. One thing, I've got the living quarters door open, but usually standard on this, the side extrusion, that lower aluminum slat you see, usually stops kind of where that angle is, so kind of about where the stall area is. But this one was extended to the gooseneck. We do that on a lot of our inventory trailers. I think it just gives a better look to the trailer, in my opinion, and that's what they did on this one here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this living quarters, and we'll show you how it's equipped. So like I mentioned, it's a 12'8". Up in the gooseneck area, you've got a bed, you've got some cabinets up front for storage. The mirror up at the front also, it's almost an optical illusion. It's going to make mirrors make things feel bigger, make hallways feel bigger, make rooms feel bigger. Same thing that way. But you do have some cabinets over here to the right and some just behind it, which is going to turn into a secondary seating area, which is going to be this corner bench almost. So it's a good place to just sit down. It's a great one-seater. Two if you like each other. You guys can kind of snuggle there if you'd like. And then there's a sofa sleeper on this wall over here on driver's side. This folds down into a bed, so you've got two sleeping areas. You've got up in the gooseneck, and then this here will also fold down into a bed. It's a jackknife style, kind of functions like a futon would as far as that's concerned. But really nice open area by having this corner bench and having this right here. You know, this is going to be an area of getting to the kitchen, getting to the bathroom, getting to the door, that it's really open right there, so you're not going to have to be kind of shuffling around each other. You've got some room to work around each other itself. Now, from the sofa and corner bench area, the TV is located right behind the door here, so it's on an angle. It will rotate as well, so you can put different angles to it. You've also got equipped with the AM/FM radio, CD player, and then DVD player that will function in that. And then additional storage below the TV. And then located behind that is the refrigerator. So you've got the larger refrigerator and freezer on this one, a 6.0. We're big fans of these. And the reason why is, you know, if you get into those 3.0s in your smaller living quarters, you basically have a very small refrigerator with a little freezer in it. I like to refer to them as almost a dorm fridge. I mean, that's how small they are. They're usually located over here into the kitchen area, and then you also lose some additional storage by doing that. But as we get over here into the kitchen area, this is a really good setup. The 2-burner cooktop, they turned it sideways, and the reason why is they wanted this bigger sink. We're incorporating bigger, deeper sinks in all of our inventory trailers as well. That is great feedback from customers. They say, I need a big sink. I don't need this little bowl almost to try to wash dishes and prepare items. So bigger sink there. That's why that's turned. Directly up above that is going to be a convection oven. So not just a microwave, but you've got the convection option as well. And then they incorporate and try to get you storage throughout, you know, up above the sofa area. You're going to have an air conditioner on this with ducted. The ability to duct and then circulate our air throughout this cabin. That's a big thing. I mean, it keeps these areas a lot more consistently cool or warmer because of the ducting. You can actually shut off sections, like at nighttime if you want, you can shut off the bathroom, force more air up into the gooseneck area or into this living space area as well. And then you've got a good sized bathroom. It does have a pass-through door. I'll kind of step through. That way you can kind of see what we're looking at in here. You've got a bathroom vanity that you can literally stand in front of. You're not going to have to hover over a toilet as far as that's concerned. You can sit here and get ready. You've got a medicine cabinet up there for some additional storage. You've got the radius shower with a skylight. You know, the skylights allow for some more natural lighting in here. If you're taller It gives you a little bit more headroom as well. You're not feeling real cramped and having to almost hunch over. Toilet, and then there is some additional storage behind that. So this is going to be a bigger closet right here. It's going to have 2 rows of clothes bars in there, and then that is where your table is going to store as well. The other good thing about these pass-through doors is, and I'll show you, this has an escape door. They almost work as almost like a mudroom, so you can actually kick off dirty boots, clothes, step right into the bathroom area, take a shower if you'd like. There's also a pocket door right here, so we don't have to worry about swinging a door and working around it. If we can, it's great to incorporate pocket doors as far as that's concerned. One of the last things before we head out, you'll notice that there's a screen door, sliding screen door over the LQ door, and then we've got 2 hat racks up above that. So a great place to just put those up above, keep them out of the way, and keep them secure. Now as we step out here, right outside the living quarters door, you're going to notice that we do have an electric awning. And then we have some exterior speakers. There's some outlets out here, so a great place to entertain out here. You've got some coverage, you know, kind of protecting you from the sun. You can listen to some music, those type of items here. Just a really good setup as far as that's concerned. Now, let's talk about a couple things we got going on up top first. Let's go top to bottom. We have a 6-foot sheeted hay rack. Directly behind that is going to be a generator box. Now, this trailer is not equipped with an O&N generator or an onboard generator. Let me repeat that. It is not equipped with one. It does have the box. It does have the wiring. I'll show you that when we get to the stall area. So what you're going to have to do is you're either going to have to go with a portable generator or plug in to power itself to run everything. You could add a generator. I will tell you that right now it is a pretty lengthy process just because of supply issues. We've heard 6, 9, 12 months kind of lead time on those type of generators, so just keep that in mind. But if you're going to be able to plug into power, if you got a portable, you're set, you're ready to go. Now, this one here was optioned with the drop windows on hip side at all 3 stalls. Get a lot of airflow throughout this trailer. You know, that is the big thing. Always think about the comfort level of the horses. You know, in this instance here, you know, think about this. If we can create airflow and create a little air movement, think about real hot days where there is no air movement. It's stuffy, it's extremely blistering hot. A little breeze kicks up and you feel a little bit better about life. So that's the big thing, is trying to, again, create that airflow for your horses. We have 2 7,000 Dexter rubber torsion axles, 16-inch wheels, 8 lugs, and these are G-rated tires. We do have an official weight on this trailer. We will put that in the comments below this video, so we'll put that on there. This trailer right here, if I remember correctly, is a little bit over 10,000 pounds empty. This would be a trailer that, you know, running a 3/4 ton, you know, diesel pickup. You know, I'd be very comfortable hooking onto this and going. Could be something you add to airbags. I mean, these living quarters have a little bit of weight and a little bit of tongue weight based on the actual living quarters up there. But, you know, this is definitely some of the newer, you know, 3/4 ton diesel pickup. Absolutely go and enjoy it. So again, we're 8 foot wide. And by 8 foot wide, then we do the dual 50/50 rear doors because we have the bigger opening. Normally on the narrow trailers, we have 60/40 doors. 60 on the right, 40 on the left. Just because it's narrower, we want to give the horses a bigger area getting in and out of the trailer itself. But in this instance here, 50/50. On the left-hand door, you'll notice the bridle hooks, brush tray for smaller miscellaneous items, folding rear tack. That is a removable post. 3 saddle pads. You can always add more. You can space these out. 2 blanket bars up top. Again, you can add more, space them out, whatever you'd like. And as you can kind of see up there, there's a conduit box with some wiring there. That is the wiring for the generator if you want to do that, go down that road eventually. Now, what's really nice about these folding rear tacks are, these are items that you can get out of the way if you wanted to haul something else in this. Maybe a 4-wheeler or something along those lines. You can collapse this out of the way. If your horse or you're a fan of rear ramps, we can add that. We do carry ramps on hand for 6'10" wide, 7'6" wide, 8-foot wide trailers. Now, typically they're all white. We could special order a champagne one for this one, or possibly do an overlay. But we can do those type of items if you would like to. Now, as we get to the stall area, I'm going to point out a couple things. Like I mentioned, this trailer hasn't been through our chassis side yet, but as you can see, it is a very clean trailer. One of the very first things that will be taken care of is we'll get a new bar. Butt bar worked, somebody sat back, bent it, but we will replace that. Now, as we get in here to the stall area, you're going to notice that we have solid dividers with pads. And then we do have a stud divider at number 1. So maybe you're not hauling 3 head of horses, or you have a problem child that you want to put up in that stall, or if you want to haul additional maybe feed, shavings, chairs, coolers, those type items, you can put those in that first stall and don't have to worry about them getting underneath the horse in transit. Now, I want you to notice I'm holding this one back. As you can see, we're kind of tipped towards the passenger side on this trailer right now. Cimarron has big springs underneath here that hold this. These springs on both dividers were removed, but we will go ahead and replace those. And when we replace those springs, instead of now having to try to hold this gate or this divider open and load and unload horses, that's a pain. We don't want to do that. Those springs will actually pull these dividers, and they'll want to pull them towards driver's side, and they'll actually hold them out of the way. But as you can see, without the springs, we talk about it in all those videos, and they have the springs, and we show that to you. But here's a good instance as to what it looks like when you're not using those springs. And then there's the stud divider opened up into the first stall. As you can see, going right into the bathroom through that walk-through door. And then here's one more item. You know, they had somebody scrape up the matting on this kick wall. We'll go ahead. We'll probably patch this because 95% of this is in great shape. We'll just go ahead and patch it, silicone it, make sure it's nice and secure and nice and smooth as well. That's one thing about these Cimarrons. Everything has a radius, no sharp edges, no 90-degree angles. They even taper the back of the fender. You know, those are items that animal safety is number 1. And that's how it should be on a horse trailer or a livestock trailer, whatever it is. So you're all aluminum construction on these Cimarrons, the best floor in the industry, 4-inch centers. So wherever you're having a horse standing on this floor, they're standing on support. Insulated roof. We talked about comfort level of the horses. One, it's really strong and durable. It's a 1/2-inch thick honeycomb design. It'll sustain about 150 pounds in a square foot area. So I can walk on that roof and it won't dent it. But more importantly, it keeps the staller about 20% cooler. So versus aluminum roofs that could have the potential of hail damage, but also run hotter, these will keep the stall area cooler. 20% is massive, especially when we get in these really hot months. And then we've got 2-way roof vents as well. We can manipulate some of that airflow. We've got these drop windows. We've got drop windows on the head side. And then there's actually a window in this back door right here. So you can kind of create some vacuum throughout the trailer as far as that's concerned. Now, you do have that platform that's up there at that box. So to get to it, you actually have this easy angle ladder to get up there. These are really, really handy ladders. Got a little dirt in there, hadn't been opened in a little while. But as far as this is concerned, instead of a bolt on and having to go straight up the side of this trailer, it's leaned up against. You can actually carry something in your hand and go up there. Maybe it's some hay bags, something along those lines. You know, maybe you actually want to put your portable generator up in that box and some fuel cans. I mean, that way it's just secure and it's up there, but you can actually take those fuel cans up there with you. But these are really nice. We've actually had customers add these to other manufacturers, get rid of those bolt-ons and do an easy angle, just because they are so handy getting up and down these trailers. As we get to driver's side over here, you can see the drop windows with jail bars. Big openings, so we can really create a lot of airflow in there for your horses. The jail bars do drop down as well. So if you want to maybe refill a hay bag, throw a hay bag in there, give them some water. When you're stopped somewhere, you can do that. And then you've got mangers as well for some additional storage. You got these 2 doors here. Maybe it's feed, maybe it's buckets, maybe it's lawn chairs, about anything you need. We understand you're gonna be traveling with a lot of stuff, so let's get creative and let's figure out where to get you some additional storage. And then you have the escape door. So like I mentioned, maybe you're using this for this first stall to maybe just take some additional items with you. It's great to have this escape door because you can actually grab some items. I mean, in my opinion, one of the last things if you're traveling with a cooler with some cool drinks is put it right inside this door. It's out of the way. You can stop at a to refuel, give some water to the horses, maybe some feed to them, and you can grab a cold drink from right there. You don't have to worry about, crawling over anything or anybody to get to anything. It's right there, it's handy. Again, it works as a mudroom to step right in there to that bathroom if you'd like. There's a good look at that champagne sheeting. And then that extrusion that runs all the way to the gooseneck. So again, maybe you're not in the market for brand new. Maybe you're looking for something used that's not really old by any means. This is an extremely clean trailer. We'll continue to work it through the shop, address those items that I pointed out, anything else that they find. Everything safety is automatic, but we try to get these in as best condition as we can through our reconditioning program so you can go enjoy it. So I'm gonna give you the stock number on this one. These trailers usually do not last long, so give us a call. You can reference 5U220920. Again, it is a 2018 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse living quarters with a 12/8 Trail Boss. So give us a call. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. Our number is 303-684-3400. We appreciate you tuning in and have a good day.